Okay. Hello! My name is Anthony Salter. I'm also known as Viridian or ViridianGames.com. And tonight, we're going to be talking about my failure to get build 0.1.5 out the door and what I need to do this coming week to finish it up. So, this is a really art light, code heavy episode. No, I'm sorry about that. I don't have a lot of pretty stuff to show you guys. But the clockwork of the world is coming together. I keep saying that, but it is. And here we go. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I was hungry and I could either scarf something down right before the stream or wait 2.5 hours. So I scarfed something down, and that means I'm gonna be phlegmy and burpy, and I'm so sorry about that. Here we go. First, anything we wanted to talk about this week? Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay. So, sometimes I don't understand this industry. I love it, and I love working in it, but I don't understand it. Microsoft, in the wake of Nintendo pricing the Switch 2 surprisingly high, has decided to raise prices on everything they make. Xbox Series X, Series S, and games. All are now more expensive. While at the same time, on the same day, the courts reach out and slap Apple down and tell them that they cannot prevent third parties from selling. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna sneeze. The courts slap Apple down and basically give Epic carte blanche to put Fortnite back on the Apple Store and sell things through it without giving Apple a cut. And as if that weren't bad enough, other publishers have been showing, including Epic, have been showing other developers how to get out of Apple's 30% cut on sales, and it's just okay. Mithra says I laugh in a 6,000 euro Steam backlog from all the free games I got working doing QA, quality of life, and UIX. Hey, nice. Yeah, I got a lot of free games when I was working at places like Aspire that did ports. And so basically we would get keys for everything that came through the door. Our Perforce repository at Aspire was probably, someone would probably have paid thousands of dollars to get access to that, because we had the source code to all of these games that we were porting. So we had the source code to at the time, the biggest and best games, Supreme Commander, Quake 4, Civilization, was 5 out yet, or were we still doing 4? Civilization 4, Sims 3, you know, we had the source code to all of these games because we were either porting them or making extra content for them. And I would just look at our Perforce repository and go, oh my god, look at all this. Look at all this. Somebody would pay big bucks to get access to this. But of course, you know, I never did anything with it. It would be terrible. What was I saying? Oh, right. So, on the same day, console gaming got significantly worse and both mobile and PC gaming got significantly better. I don't know what to think about this. With the Switch 2 being at least $50 too expensive, at least. Microsoft jacking up their prices. Sony, well, Sony has managed to not make any missteps so far. But it's that meme. Where's that meme? One of these days, Nintendo will have to give up their hardware exclusivity nonsense and do the same as Sega, SNK, and Capcom and release for PC and mobile too. That'll be a sad day. It will. I mean, seeing Sonic on the Xbox 360, and not just because it was a bad game, but you know, it just felt wrong. But, you know, Sega had to do it. But let me see if I can find this meme. Yeah, here we go. Our Lord Gaben does nothing. Competition just keeps shooting themselves in the foot. What is this business strategy called? It's called being private and being able to make smart, long-reaching decisions without having to worry about increasing shareholder value this quarter. There, I said it. But, I mean, it's really hard, very, very hard to underemphasize how important Valve's work in the Proton space is. I'm currently running Linux because I can play my Windows games on Linux now thanks to Valve. PewDiePie specifically said the same thing in his Linux video. He said, my games will run now, so I can just use Linux instead of Windows. Microsoft, it really feels like, oh, this word is so pretentious, but it's the right word. It feels like there's a zeitgeist, like a sea change, where people are finally figuring out that the pain of switching to Linux has gone down and down and down, while the pain of continuing to use Windows has gone up and up and up and up and up, and will only keep going up for the foreseeable future. Half-Life 3 win? I know, right? It wouldn't be nearly so bad if Half-Life 2 hadn't ended on such a massive cliffhanger. Seriously. And then Half-Life Alyx retconned it. So weird. I don't know. And why would you do that if you're not planning on continuing the story? So, there's rumors. Maybe they're true. Whatever. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Oh, Grand Theft Auto 6. Got pushed back to next year. I'm only talking about it because it's in the news. I don't care about Grand Theft Auto 6. I think it's like that scene in oh yeah. Mithrin says, I'm not switching to Win 11. Every other main Windows version sucks. If they want me to buy Windows PC again, they better release Win 12. Win 12 had better be a stripped down, sleek, lean Win32/Win64 operating system. That had better be what it is. that you can then add onto stuff modularly. You can choose whether or not you want Copilot, because right now everybody is getting Copilot whether they want it or not, because Microsoft says. So stupid. Colossally stupid. But I think Grand Theft Auto 6 getting pushed to next year is phenomenal. I think it's great. This is going to be a really good year for gaming. It's already been a good year for gaming. It's going to continue to be a good year for gaming. And we don't have GTA 6 hovering over everything, trying to suck up all the oxygen. Excuse me. Okay, enough with the tech news. Let's get into what we're doing here. So, as I've mentioned before, this milestone is called the Interactive World. And the goal is to create interactivity by implementing two things, GUMPs and scripts. Now, GUMPs technically work. You double right-click someone or a container, and you get a GUMP that shows, excuse me, that shows what that container contains. The problem is when you have a bunch of stuff. Right now, I mean, look at all this. Look at all this crap. Now, some of these things should be equipped on the player. Like these, like the armor, leggings, and boots should be on YOLO, and therefore they should not be showing up in the GUMP. The rest of this stuff, I can't drag them around yet because of what I've been doing, what I've been pondering, and that is the fact that this system inherently sucks, and I'm going to have to fix it. Let me bring up as an example, let's bring up Exalt and look at the original game. Mithrin says, my old Win 7 laptop I used to watch movies and Twitch and the like still has the Win 98 UE. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, journey onward. Oh man, what? No! No! I saved! I know I saved! Why does it always do this? Shut up! Shut up, YOLO! Shut up, Peter! Everyone's falling down as Finnegan tries to... Yes, I accept. Good gravy. No, I haven't searched the Sables yet. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. Need to open us first, and then we open YOLO. That way we get his inventory instead of talking to him. Now, okay, let me open YOLO's inventory here. You can see all the same stuff that's in this bag here. But let me add a bunch of stuff here, add a bunch of stuff, and let's open this bag and add everything here. And there's not enough room for everything, clearly, and so we're going to have to overlap everything with everything. Now we close this. We close this. We open it back up. Oh, I did it again. No way. Alright, we open it back up. And now at least everything's where we put it. But, I mean, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. We've even got, you know, 2 different things of bread that could stack. Can we stack them? No, they don't stack. Gold will stack. See? I just stacked those 2 to make a pile of 26 gold coins, which is great. That's fine. Other little things like lockpicks will stack. Ammunition will stack. But if I want to, there's no way I can interact with this without putting stuff on top of other stuff. What I want is a button that I can click here that sorts everything out. The problem is that the container isn't big enough for that. The container can contain so much stuff that you have to dig through the container like you would a real container in order to interact with it. And I hate it. I hate it. So what do I do about it? And the first thought I had was make the containers bigger. While that's a good thought, and it's where I need to, it's the direction I need to go in. Here's the problem I'm having with just making the containers bigger. Let's see if I remember where the GUMPs are. Ah, okay. GUMP background, here we go. Okay, where am I setting that? Oh, it's in main, isn't it? Sorry about this. Yeah, here we go. Okay. We can scale this, right? Yeah, texture X, Y width, height. Oh, that's for, okay. I've done this before. How did I do it? Right. Oh, there's a scale here. Right here, staring me in the face. Sorry. List view is a really, really good idea. But that might be getting too far away from... Mithrin says, there could be a button to switch to list view with a scroll bar listing all items like in a classic RPG. Ultima Online did something similar but with an icon grid. That's a really good idea. People might not like it because it might be too far, getting too far away from Ultima. Did it again. Alright. Well, poopy doodles. Did not do what I wanted at all. Vote scale X. Spell correctly. What? At least the music's nice. Okay, suddenly I don't understand how my own add sprite. Right. Sprite. GUI elements. GUI sprite. Ah, there it is. This is it, isn't it? Destination, origin, rotation. Times M scale X. Right, times M scale Y. Sorry, having to debug my own GUI system here. It would have to be optional, yeah, says Mithrin. Can't replace the mess since it's actually important for things like messy chests and drawers you're supposed to browse carefully. True. I'm waiting for the game to have scripting to try and do things like a quest log, a lore codex you complete as you discover stuff, bestiary music replay, item compendium, etc. A shop interface as an alternative to the dialogue shops and the like. Are you reading my mind? Get out of my brain. Oh, I hate this music. Oh, I hate this music. Oh, I hate this music. This isn't relaxing at all. Skip. Next. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. There. Okay. Finally. Sorry that took so long. Now, as you can see, it's nice and big, and this looks awful. It looks terrible. Blowing it up to double size just does not make it look good at all. The container needs to expand to show everything in it flat, so you don't have to have stuff on top of other stuff. Especially, I mean, we could get away with that for everything except your party members' inventory. That needs to be presented as clearly as possible to the point where I'm actually thinking about trying to find a way to take the backpack here and break it up so that I can have it expand in any direction I need it to, and like this will, you know, repeat to the point where I'm pointing at the screen. You can't see that. Where this will, you know, expand large enough, and this will expand large enough, but it'll still look like the backpack. That's what I want. That was the first problem. That was the first reason that I ultimately decided not to ship 015 this week. Now, the reason it's called the 015 update, the 0.1.5 update, is because everything is half-baked. Scripts exist, as I will show you momentarily. GUMPs exist, as I have demonstrated, but neither of them work particularly well. I've already got people who want to help me adapt the scripts, fix them up, and get stuff working, which is fantastic. But I need to make that as easy for them as possible, and it's not as easy as it could and should be. So let's talk about scripting. And I did a little demonstration. I wrote up a little document that demonstrated how to very simply do some scripting in the world. Now, if you click on anything, practically anything, it'll say this is object 633 frame 0 and it is using the default script. It needs to be replaced with a real script. If you press F1, you will notice that there's some new stuff here. The Lua script is, again, the default script. This is a table. It doesn't actually have a script. And here you can actually click this button and it will open the script in whatever text area or text editor you have associated with Lua scripts. So, and this is a little Lua script that I wrote as the default script. And it, you know, does exactly what you just saw. It tells you what object and frame it is, and that it needs to be replaced. Now, of course, this doesn't actually have to be replaced because these don't do anything. But let's move to something that does do something, and that's these shutters. 372 frame 1, and it is using the default script. Let's go back into the shape editor. Now, we have over 1,000 scripts that we have pulled from the original Ultima 7 use code. I have converted these scripts to Lua using a process that I refined over the course of, I think, about 2 weeks. And as a result, a lot of the scripts are inconsistent. I only finalized what the names for all the functions should be a couple of days ago. That's really unfortunate. I need to go back and do some mass search and replace, which is another reason I decided not to ship yet. But let me show you how this is supposed to work when it does work. Practically every script on an object is named that script's number in hexadecimal, which is why I put this here. This is the hexadecimal version of this number. So if I click this button, set script to shape ID, it will automatically set the script to function 0174. In this case, that is the correct function, which is good. So now, if I press F1, go back in, and I double click it, oh. Okay, there we go. Function 0174 Lua line 3, attempt to call a nil value. Okay, so now we can come back in here, click on Open Script, line 3. Get event ID. That is not right at all. And we don't actually want to specify the event ID. But we do want, yeah, there we go. Thank you, Copilot. Sometimes it gets it right. Event ID and item ref is what we're using to call all of these functions now. Now, we don't want, it doesn't matter what the event ID actually is. So, what we want is to set this object's shape to shape 290. And this external function is actually set object quality. I figured that out after I did the conversion on this function. And it says these say unmapped intrinsics. That's not the case anymore. I figured them out. All right, now I'm gonna save this script, and now we don't even have to restart the game. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? They closed. Now this, I have to talk about this because it was the brilliantest of brilliance. I've talked a lot about how brilliant the programmers of this game were. But I didn't really know the depths of their brilliance until I started really digging into this myself. They needed a huge amount of memory to hold the game world in memory. And of course, they don't hold the whole game world. They load chunks in, and those chunks become active. And the chunks that get unloaded have their state saved, so that the next time you go to that chunk, it starts up again. But that required a huge amount of memory, and none of the existing memory managers for DOS could do the job. So what did they do? They wrote their own memory manager called Voodoo. They realized that they needed 32-bit code in order for this game to run. But DOS was a 16-bit operating system, and all the compilers for it were 16-bit, produced 16-bit code. So what did they do? They took Borland Turbo C++ and they tricked it into generating 32-bit code. They needed a scripting system, and it needed to be robust. Scripts needed to be able to call other scripts. And Lua and Python hadn't been invented yet. So what did they do? They wrote their own scripting system, use code. I can't emphasize enough how brilliant these guys were. There is a book called I want the exact title. Yeah. The Game Engine Black Book. Come on. Okay. I love these books. Fabian Sanglard is the author of these books. He wrote one on Wolfenstein 3D and one on Doom. And not only does he talk about the structure of the games, but he also talks about the hardware that they were designed for, the CPUs. He goes, in the Doom book, he spends a lot of time talking about how much more advanced the 486, the Intel 486 chip was over the 386, and how Doom used that power. I really, really think he should write a similar book about Ultima 7, because it was some absolutely brilliant programming. And I would absolutely read that book. I would buy that book. I would find him and get him to sign that book. Uh, but um, just to sum up, I'm discovering more and more brilliance as I continue to do this. And it's just crazy that I'm coming back and re-implementing all of this. And the tools that I have to do it with are so much more advanced than theirs. But what I'm doing isn't fundamentally different. This is how this stuff works. Putting scripts on objects so that they can interact with the player and with each other. That's how these sorts of role-playing games are made to this day. Now, as if that weren't enough, one of the Mithrin said something else. Oh, I know. Remember how YOLO gives you the abacus and Shamino the clock? There could be other quality of life items on your friends, and one that could give you an item that creates an inventory list of all your items when you use it. Okay. Think of the list of swapped objects Shamino makes in the Serpent Isle. Oh, that's a good point. This way you could use an interface that is based on the scroll GUMP for the party's inventory instead of a bag. Your alternate party inventory would then be a literal inventory of your items. I will keep that in mind. Excuse me. Good grief. But one thing I did want to point out is what we just did was take an object in the game and we changed its shape. In a whole bunch of in practically every game past this, every time you see an object turn into another object in the game, it's because the old object was deleted and a new object was created in its place. That is how practically every other game does it. Why did Ultima 7 do it like this? Because deleting and creating objects creates memory issues. We don't have to worry about that nearly as much today, but of course, back in the day, memory was tight. So being able to take an object and turn it into another object without having to deallocate memory and allocate more memory was a huge win. And it's a big reason why Ultima 7 feels so consistent. Because, again, what's happening here? It's two representations of an object, but it's the same object. It's a pair of shutters. They can be open or closed. Now, what that means is that when I double-click the shutters now, it reports a different object, a different frame, and it does not open. That's because because it has a new shape, it's running a new script. But if you press F1, set script to shape ID, open script. Okay, this script. Okay, the first problem is that it has an H in it. It's not supposed to have that. The second problem is that these functions are the right functions, but they are not the final names. So it's set object shape. Oh, Chrono Trigger. You are the best. Set object quality. There we go. And again, because it's a script, we don't have to shut the game down. We don't have to. All we have to do is save the script, and it works. And one of the great things about this is that we have a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, just looks like 4. No, 3. We have a whole bunch of shutters. They all work the same way, which means that we can just go through and set them all to the correct function. And now they'll all work. I mean, not that one. The reason this one doesn't work is because it's facing the different direction, which means it's actually a different object. But the point is, we have now successfully fixed up these scripts, which is what I wanted people to be able to do. We should be able to open that one. No? Oh, okay. Set script to shape ID. Set script to shape ID. Set script to shape ID. There we go. Now it should open. Hot damn, hot damn! So now we can use Lua to script these objects. There are a whole bunch of functions that we have access to that do various things with the objects. They can start dialogues. They can cast spells. They can open their inventories. They can manipulate their inventories. They can check to see what you've got in your inventory and then do something. It's crazy, and it's all a part of the clockwork that makes Ultima tick. And we're a step closer. And soon, not only will be a step closer, but there will be more people helping me with this and pushing the project farther faster, which is great. But like I said, there is still a lot of stuff that I can do to make it easier for them to help me, and I'm going to do that for and I'm going to spend the next week doing that, and then I will release 0.1.5 next Saturday. That is a promise. Okay. I think that's all I've got. So let's play some Moo. Moo won the, Master of Orion won the poll handily. Man, people want to watch me play Master of Orion, which kind of scares me, because of the 4 games I listed, Master of Orion is the one that I have played the least. Now, I've played it, and I know stuff about it, but I did save this, right? I keep thinking I've saved it. Yes, intrinsic, save. Why doesn't it ever load this game when I click continue on or journey on? Okay, forget that. Master of Orion is the game that I have played the least. I know some stuff about it. I'm not very good at it, but why I'm not good at it is a really interesting point, and we'll get to that here in a second. Okay, das Box. The box of DOS. The box of DOS. Alright, tell me if stuff's too loud or whatever. Scumbud. Welcome to Master of Orion. Master of Orion was released very soon after Civilization. It was designed by a man named Steve Garcia and created by a company called Simtex. And there's a lot of parallels between Master of Orion and Master of Magic. A lot of the same people worked on both. I'm going to turn it down just slightly. Can I turn it down just slightly? Oh dear. Okay, hopefully y'all can still hear me. Pulse audio looks okay. Okay, all right. Okay, what was I saying? Steve Garcia designed this game for Simtex, which was his company. Simtex shipped this game and Master of Magic, both absolute stone cold classics. And then Simtex kind of fell off. But Steve Garcia then got hired at Retro Studios and became the project lead on Metroid Prime. So, he's fine. Okay, here we go. Galaxy size huge, difficulty simple, opponents 5. These are the defaults. I'm not changing them. Okay. We have a whole bunch of races we can play. We got cat people, we've got silicon people, we've got lizard people, we've got traditional aliens, we got bird people, we got insect people, we've got bull people. We got robot people, and we've got the one everybody hates because they're so good at spying. So I like playing as the Clacon. Increased worker production is their trait, and it just gets you going faster, which I don't mind at all. Okay, now, I don't know why, but this happens every time you start a new game. You just get a black screen for a little bit, and it lasts just long enough for you to go, is it crashing? But then it pops up. Yay. All right. Now, you're going to be working with a lot of scroll bars here in this game. That's just how the game works. Let me click through this and I'll just explain it. Okay, so you've got a population of 50 on your starting planet. And you've got 30 factories which produce production. The production is 82, but you have some ships that you have to pay for every turn, so your actual production is 69. That production then gets split between these 5 categories. Ships, build ships in your shipyard. Defenses create missile bases on your planet. Industry creates, gives you money. Ecology keeps your planets clean, and at higher levels can actually increase your planet's population faster. And technology is your research. Eco is an interesting one because if you have it too low, your planet starts to get polluted. This is how much technology or how much production you spend keeping your planet clean. Right now, we have it set so low that we will have pollution every turn. So what we really want to do is just knock it up to the point where it says clean, and then we're going to click this and lock it there. That way, we don't need extra population yet. So we're just going to lock it here and do some other stuff. And let's see, what do I want to do? Um, okay, we definitely need some text so that we can do some researching. We're going to forego defense for now. We don't have any ships to build yet. So we will... Let's split between industry and tech. I did not mean to do that. There. No. Defense, lock off. Ship, lock off. Now that will change here in a minute, but... Okay, there we go. Getting 22 research points a turn. So now let's talk about our fleet. We have 3 ships, 2 scouts, and 1 colony ship. These ships are already built. They're given to you at the beginning of the game, but you do have to pay upkeep on them. These scouts have no guns, but they do have extra fuel tanks, so they can go farther. So we're going to start by scouting. Oh, wrong. We just want to send one of the scouts out to another star system. Click accept. Now the scout moves over here to show you that it has orders. We're going to take this scout system, or a scout ship, and remove it and send it to that star system. Good grief, I can't talk this evening. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Now, our ships have orders. We're going to keep our colony ship here until we find a good place for it. We don't want to send it over here only to discover that the best planet for it is over here. I know a lot of people just send their colony ship to the first place that they to the first star that they find, and I just don't like to do that, which is one of the reasons why I'm so terrible at this game. And we're going to get to that here in just a second. But first, I want to show you this. We're going to click on Fleet here, and we're going to click on Specs, and these are the specs for all of our ships. Scout, Fighter, Destroyer, Bomber, and Colony Ship. Now, I'm going to point out here that this colony ship costs 591 BC, which stands for billion credits. And it is simply a medium-sized ship with a colony base on it. Now, if we go in here into the ship designer, oh, is it a medium or is it a large? Yeah, it's got to be a large. Sorry, it's a large ship with a colony on it. Okay, we put a colony base on it. Look at the cost. 570 billion credits instead of 591, even though the ship does exactly the same thing. And you might ask, what? Why? Why does designing a ship that does the same thing as one of the ships they give you at the beginning cost less? And the answer is to reward you, the player, for coming in here and fiddling around with the ship designer. I know a lot of people will, and I was probably one of them at first, will look at something like this and go, okay, this is too complicated. I'm not going to bother with this. And you can play the game with the 5 standard ships. You can win the game with the 5 standard ships, especially on the easier um, on the easier difficulties. But for the designers to come in here and deliberately make it um, so that if you come in here and fiddle with the ship designer, you get a reward right away, something that puts you ahead right away. So smart, so smart. Scout ship. Oop, take that off. Be a small ship with reserve fuel tanks. If you build the existing one, it's 10 BC, 10 billion credits. This one is only 8 BC. Does the same thing. This is your reward for coming in here and messing with the ship design system. Excuse me. I'm having some trouble this evening. I'm not feeling great. Sorry about that. Okay, let's talk about tech. There are 6 elements to technology, and they aren't really a tree, but you do have to unlock one before you can unlock the next. Now, the absolutely bat-crap crazy thing about this is the fact that the technologies you get and when you get them are randomized. If you see here, scanner range 3, robot controls 2. When this fills up, one of these technologies will become available. But it isn't even when this fills up. What happens is when this fills up, this light bulb will change to a percentage. And that is the percent chance that you will get the technology on the next turn. So if you're lucky, you'll get it quicker. If not, the percentage will go up and up and up until it finally reaches 100% and you'll get the technology. Which technology will you get? One of these technologies randomly. But it's crazy. I've never seen another game do this, but it works really well. It forces you into other paths. And of course, it's much more realistic. Technology isn't, you know, technological advancements aren't plannable in real life like they are in games like Civilization. So we do want tech going. um, we want our planets to stay clean, and we want industrial. So next turn. Okay, here we go. See? ECM Jammer Mark II or Battle Computer Mark II. I think the best defense is a good defense. Construction technology, improved industrial tech 9. Reduces factory construction costs to 9 BC each. Absorbs 2 points of damage from all attacks. We're not getting these technologies. We are starting the research process for these technologies. Improved terraforming plus 10. Control barren environment. Improved eco-restoration. Hydrogen fuel cells. Gatling lasers. Yeah. Alright, so if we go in here, we can see everything that we've chosen. And everything that we've already researched. Okay. Now, let's play a couple of turns. Come on. Ah. Ah. Toxic. Population 15 max. That's terrible. But ultra rich. Resource points from industry are tripled. Good gravy. I still don't like it. Okay. That was this one, right? Yeah, okay. Let's send him somewhere else. Is that too far away? No, it isn't. Next turn. What? A Terran! Oh, excellent! Okay, colony ship. Let's go. Poop. Poop. Oh, wait, which one was the right one? I'm not sure. Cancel. Where's the Terran planet? X is Terran. That's it. Toxic ultra rich. Ah, man. So I would need a... I didn't realize that they were so far away. I'd need a... Wow. All right. That it's a you know it's something to shoot for in the future. Let's just keep scouting for now. With the increased growth of your industry, waste reduction will begin costing any. Yes, I know. Okay, we're still clean. I thought that meant that we were not clean anymore, but we are. Arid artifacts, population 90 max. That's nice. Where is that one? Control barren environment. Free technology. Yay. That's it, right? No, that's not the right one. Which one is it? That one? Son of a gun. We can't reach there. Stop. Stop. Stop exploring stuff that I can't get to. Okay. Clean. Oh, or ocean. Population. I thought that said clean for a second. Population 45 max. Continue. And it wants me to build missile bases, which is a good idea. Now, let's talk for a second about why I'm not good at this game. The way I typically play games like this is I play them tall. And if you don't know what that means, it means I typically, especially in Civilization, I create a small number of cities that are extremely rich and productive and have every luxury and resource imaginable. And I take care of these cities, and they're typically enough for me to win the game in whatever way I typically do. Um, I can, use them to make armies. I can use them to make spaceship parts. I can use them to generate tons of culture, etc. I tend to play tall. This is not a tall game. This is a wide game. And the reason why is because the map is not free. In Civilization and Master of Magic, you are free to make a town wherever you want, wherever, you think will work well. Here, the only place you can make colonies are these little dots. These are effectively control points, as it were. And whoever gets to the dots first and claims them first has a huge advantage. I don't like managing huge empires. I find it tedious, which is why I'm not very good at this game. I'll find a couple of 100 pop Terran planets, and I'll put all of my resources into improving them, and then I'll get stopped by somebody who, has a whole bunch of crappy planets, but he has a whole bunch of them. And so that means he can build a whole fleet, a huge fleet, and then come over and crash. And that's why I'm not good at this game. There, I said it. But interesting design philosophy. Interesting. This is why this game is so different. And I don't know why. I mean, it's at this point, it's I guess it's just a trope. But when you typically have 4X games that involve space, it's the same way. They use control points. And Galactic Civilizations does it. Um, I'm sorry. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a bunch of games that do it. There. Gravy. Anywho, what were we doing? I was explaining why I'm terrible at this game. And now we're going to continue to be terrible at this game. I wish I could just zoom out a little bit. Alright. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. That's bad. Go find something else. Alright, ECM Jammer Mark 1. Battle Computer Mark 2, ECM Jammer Mark 2, Battle Computer Mark 3. Okay. Like I said, which one of these you get, or which one of these come up, is random. They'll be based kind of on what you just researched, but you won't, or you're not guaranteed to get, like, the next step. I mean, I did this time, but it's not guaranteed. And it can throw a wrench into your plans real good. Alright, let's see. Are we still clean? We're still clean. Okay. Okay, we've got a max population, and we've almost got max factories. We haven't even sent our colonies ship out yet. Good gravy. I'm terrible at this game. Next turn. Oh, look at that production. It's delicious. Delicious. Can you guys get where you're going, please? Okay, now let's reduce our industrial rate. And take their advice and build both some ships and some planetary defenses. And the ship we want to build is... oh, right. Design. Colony 2. Large. Take off reserve fuel tanks. Change to standard colony base. Huh. 525 BC. Build. There we go. All right. I'm hoping that both of these are going to pop something okay, at least okay, and therefore I can colonize both of them. Desert Artifact Pop 40 Max. Okay, that's okay. Pop 70 Max. That's okay. Oh, hey! Improved Eco Restoration. Good. Yes! That turns down ecology to clean on all your planets based on the new technology. Improved terraforming. Ocean Pop 70 Max. Let's go ahead and do the Dune thing here. Are you kidding? Fine. Okay, well, the good news is once we put a colony here, we'll be able to reach here because these will be 3 apart. Improved Industrial. Tech 9 reduces factory construction costs to 9 BC each. Woohoo! Build a new colony? Yes. In the year 2318, the Clacons form a new colony, way behind everybody else. Colony name Kita. That's fine. Let's see, did we already scout this? No, we didn't. Now we can scout a little bit farther now that we've got 2 colonies. Except Coldan should be building this ship. Oh, no. Yeah, Colony 2. Build Colony 2, please. Not Colony 1. There, Colony 2. It'll take 6 turns. Let's go. Hydrogen fuel cells. Range 4! Hot damn! Yay. Nuclear engines. Okay, does that mean that I can come in here? No. Okay, no, it doesn't seem to. Wait. Oh, right. We just lost it. Because we made a colony with it. Improved terraforming. Yay! No, but we do want to do that on Kita. As you can see, this has changed to terraform. Excuse me. That means that the maximum population can now be raised if we have enough ecology. Right now, there are so few factories on the planet. Stop that. That we really need to do nothing but build more factories. So we're just going to do everything industrial, especially since we are not at the point where we need to spend anything on waste yet. Okay. Class 2 deflector shields. Class 3 deflector shields. Okay. Oof. Barren hostile. That's terrible. We made our second colony ship. Yes. All right. Now let's start making something a little more offensive. Wait. We can only have up to 6 ship designs. So fleet specs. We need to scrap. We can scrap the colony ship, yes. Let's see, destroyer, bomber, fighter. I'm gonna scrap all these. And now we're going to design something sort of a standard colony base. Get out of here. Battle scanner displays enemy ship stats. Drop it down to medium, and now we need Mark 1 computer. That's great. Let's do a class 1 shield, class 1 jammer, called a horseman. I like that. Armor, titanium 2. Oh, we can't. It's too big. We can't put it on this ship. Available space 14. Retros. Ever. Jet 1. Okay, that's fine. Let's put a. Can we put a Gatling laser on it? I don't think we have Gatling laser yet. And why can't we put that on there? Is it too big? Space 33. Okay. All right. Well, something's got to go. Let's see what we can go. All right, jammer. Here we go. Nuclear bomb, ground attacks only. Oh dear. Let's see. Heavy laser would be nice. We need 98 space for it, and I want to be able to kind of pump these out. All right, so these are a pretty good medium fighter. Displays enemy ship stats. Do we need this? Available space 112. Does that mean we can... Oh, look at that! Look at that! Ah, we still can't get... Okay. Can we get maneuver? No. Okay, how about an ECM? Can we do a jammer 1 now? Yes, we can. Ship cost 118 BC. Oh, that's expensive. But it will be damn hard to hit. When it does get hit, it'll be able to absorb some damage. It'll have the ability to attack better, and it will have one weapon, but it'll be a good weapon. So, okay, yeah, let's build a horseman. All right. What are you doing? Are you just hanging out here? All right. Explore that. Yeah, explore this. Accept. Oh. All right. And who are you? The scout? What are you? Oh, Colony 2. Okay. Where was I sending you? Oh. There. That's where I was sending you. Accept. Next turn. I think that's where I was sending you. Yeah, desert artifacts. Yeah. That'll be a research colony. Jungle, population 75 max. That's good. Made a horseman. Just keep making them. For now. Remember, I have to pay for all of these that are in orbit, doing nothing. And I'm not going to lie, I would like to demonstrate the combat in this game before the end of the stream. How about you? Oh, good. I can make it. Colony ship is going to be there in just a second. Oh no! Darlocks attack Clacons! Oh dear. Oh, we're both scout ships. Okay. Fine. Yeah, get out of here. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. This is my place. Alright. Oh, well, I wanted something to fight, so let's go fight. Excuse me. What's next? Build a new colony? Yes, please. Guillaume. Another horseman. Great. Yeah. Especially in weapons and computer technology. Yeah. We're trying. Alright. Great. Guillaume is industrializing up. Let's see. Kita has only 6 factories. That'll start, you know, cascading here in a minute. Let's see. The fleet. Orbit Kita in orbit Vega. I don't think I can reach that, can I? Nope. So we need to start colonizing some of these planets, even if they're not very good, just so we can... I don't think we can even reach that one with a normal colony ship. Poop. Alright, is that my horseman? No, it's a scout. I thought I was gonna bring a horseman down here and... Okay. Moving to Vega. Ah, there we go. Okay. Let's see what happens when my horseman gets down there. Gatling laser! Hot damn! Hyper 5 rockets, anti-missile rockets, or a neutron pellet gun. I just like the sound of that. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing! No! Pfft. Fine. Okay, I think that's enough horsemen for now. There, I like that. We're gonna stay with that. Sorry, I'm just next turning so much, but I want to see what happens when our horseman gets to what? Maxim? Vega? Okay, okay. Here's our scout and our horseman. Oh, no. 5 parsecs from the nearest colony. Okay, so the problem is the horseman can't make it, but the scout can, of course. Poop. Oh, I still have the horseman selected there. Okay. Accept. Get gravy. Alright, we're just going to leave him where he is for now. ECM Jammer Mark II, that's good. Improved Space Scanner. Oh my god, I didn't mean to click it, I just meant to look at it. Ooh, no habitable planets. Yeah, that's too far. Okay. Now we need to start making some colonies just to give ourselves some breathing room here. Okay. Let's go back up to... No, just wait where you are. Cancel. Go back up to Coldan. And let's make a colony 2. If we put extra fuel on there, it could go much further. Let's see how much it would do to actually do that. Could we do it on a large, or would we have to have it on a... Yeah, it would have to be on a huge ship. Oh, 3000 BC. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. Cancel, 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 cancel. We'll build a colony 2 and just start flinging them as far as we can. So that we can expand our sphere of influence. There we go, colony 2. Okay. Let's see. Let's see, which one of these is the best? Ocean, toxic, ultra rich. Oh, good grief. Unexplored? Hmm. Will it go? Yes, it will. How did I not explore that planet? Nuclear engines. Datamite crystals, charge 7, or range 7. Oh, wow. Now that you've developed a new engine type, redo your ship designs. Okay, we made another colony ship. That's great. Okay, we're going to have to build a colony on this absolutely terrible planet just so we can jump to the good ones nearby. That's just how it is. Build a new colony, yes. Step, population 35 max. Troll tundra environment. That's great. Enhanced eco restoration. That'll mean I can turn this down even further. Kita has reached its industry maximum of 140 factories. The extra was spent was placed in the planetary reserve. Okay. Yeah, you can have 2 factory per population. So this is good, as good as it's going to get until we continue to increase the population, because that's 70 plus, which means that we can increase the population through terraforming, which we are very slowly. But, 115 research points per turn. Dang. And we definitely want to get... Okay, our population is getting close to max here. Once it does, we pretty much want to turn everything into tech. No! Really? You're gonna attack my colony ship with a scout? Yeah, that's right. Get out of here. Ooh, anti-missile rockets. A mass driver. Yes, I'm just doing these based on how cool they sound. Alright. So there is a Meklar ship here. Can we... Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, we need this colony to be able to jump to any of these planets. So we're just going to have to wait on this one. All right. Wow. Ooh, the GNN Galactic News Network. Deep mining operations on Coldan, that's my planet, have discovered a substantial deposit of neutronium, making the planet a rich source for development. Wow! My whole planet is now Terran rich. Whoa! This is a good game for me. Okay, maybe we should stop making these. Okay. All right. So, no more industry because we've reached our absolute limit of factories. And we're not going to make ships right now, so let's split between tech and defense. Okay. I thought the Meklar were still there, and that's why I hadn't been prompted to settle this planet yet. Oh, right. This is kind of weird how you have to do this. I can't remember how you tell it, hey, uh, make a colony on that planet that you're orbiting. Now that there are no enemies nearby. So. Maybe it's in the fleet. Thank you. I need this colony. What? Patootie. Can I not make a colony here? Because it's too poopy? Okay. I hate to say it, but I'm getting tired and I'm not feeling great. My voice is really hoarse. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and save this, and we'll call it here. Save game. Clack on. Clack off. There we go. All right. Okay, that's it. Love you all. You're all amazing. It's gonna be okay.